Stadio Comunale, home of Fiorentina, one of Italian football's most fervent and glamorous clubs. And this atmospheric ground is alive with expectation today because the champions are in town. Milan arrive here with their gripping array of superstars, having registered a 100% league record so far this season in defence of their crown. Well, Fiorentina themselves are playing pretty well, unbeaten so far, including the Italian Cup, but facing a Milan team who won all 9 games that they've played in all competitions, and they've scored 29 goals in the process. This afternoon's referee is Gianni Basten, who comes from near Verona, one of the most experienced officials in the Italian game. Milan, of course, skippered by Franco Baresi. It's 1.5 years now since his team last suffered a defeat in Serie A. And here they are, leading the way again. Torino in second place. But Fiorentina are only 3 points behind Milan in third spot. Lazio and Roma both struggling so far in this early part of the season. So all set then for the kickoff. Frank Rijkaard taking his place in a very strong Milan side. Indeed, all 3 Dutchmen are starting. Gullit and Van Basten as well. They have the defensive resolve of Baresi, Costa Curta and Maldini. And a new face in the Milan side this season is the world's most expensive player at £13 million, Gianluigi Lentini from Torino. Hoping to link up with the likes of Ruud Gullit. Well, Roberto Baggio was a tough act to follow, but the Fiorentina fans have a new hero in Argentine striker Gabriel Batistuta. He's been quick to maintain his promise from last season and lines up in attack alongside Italian international Baiano. Danish star Brian Laudrup is a new signing this summer, as is German midfielder Stefan Effenberg. They both came together from Bayern Munich. Ranio Ivani and Simone on the bench there for Milan, along with experienced goalkeeper Sebastiano Rossi, who's lost his place to Francesco Antonioli. Here's the bench for Fiorentina, including Iachini there. And it will be the Viola who will get us underway. Really is a marvellous atmosphere in this stadium this afternoon. Fiorentina pitting their talents against the might of Milan. Milan, who of course regained the title last season, having seen Inter, Napoli and Sampdoria win the Scudetto in the previous 3 years. Away by Baresi. This is Stefan Effenberg, the German international. Kvaratskhelia. Now Orlando, the captain. Berger is one of the twin centre-halves in a flat back 4 for Fiorentina. Frank Rijkaard looking to release Lentini. This is Kvaratskhelia, who's covered his run. Effenberg. His midfield battle with Rijkaard promises to be one of the real highlights of the afternoon. Maldini's throw. Procenda, then Effenberg. Looking for the runner here in Brian Laudrup. He won't keep that alive. Being policed by Franco Baresi. Albertini. Effenberg, just too heavy though for Batistuta. He's in his second campaign then with Fiorentina after his £3 million transfer from Boca Juniors back home in Argentina. And he has looked an excellent signing so far. Massaro, former Fiorentina player, and it was Di Mauro. It was again Di Mauro, wearing 4 for Fiorentina. Some lovely control too. A little unlucky then, and he did seem to be grounded in somewhat heavy fashion. It's indeed a free kick to Fiorentina. Orlando taking this one. Here's Di Mauro, who seems to be okay. Baiano, a quick and sharp up front for Fiorentina. comes Brian Lauder up, showing his appetite for hard work. Facenda to Carnasciali. This is his first season in Serie A. Battistuta looking to take on Maldini, and he's got the better of him too. Oh, what a waste. Battistuta, who's got 4 Serie A goals already this season, to add to the 16 he claimed in his debut year with Fiorentina. But no test there for Antonioli, who has to be keeping Rossi out of the Milan senior team. Baresi. Now to Sotti. Here's Van Basten. So many outstanding names in this Milan team. Bari were the last team to beat them in Serie A some 1.5 years ago. Some good link-up play too. That was Rijkaard. Oh, a disappointing finale. But already looking to stamp their authority on this game. Against a side hoping to improve, having finished in the bottom half of the table in each of the last 3 seasons now, Fiorentina. Well, they've had a useful start in this one. This is Baiano, seeking out his front-running partner, Gabriel Battistuta. Francesco Baiano, who was recruited in the summer from Foggia, last season's revelations of Serie A. And he had a super season with them, certainly. Only Van Basten and Roberto Baggio claimed more goals in the Italian top flight. Baiano finishing with 16. That was Gullit. Now Orlando. As usual, Milan defending with a high line. Battistuta failing to keep that move in full momentum. But he and Baiano, I'm sure, will keep Milan fully occupied back there. Here's Franco Baresi. 16th season now with Milan, who are flowing forward here. Lentini. Stefan Effenberg. Now Baiano dragging Baresi out of the centre. Did he handle that? The referee says no, leaving Baiano aghast. Effenberg. In comes Di Mauro. Baiano just on his way back from an offside position. Lentini, really direct and positive player. But then at £13 million, you'd think he would be. On his 7th cap for Italy recently in their 3-2 friendly win in Holland. That's a free kick to Milan. Lentini will take it. Only 2 in the box at the moment. Cut was Gullit as well, and I think he used his arms there for a little extra leverage as he clashed with Stefano Carobbi. One or 2 early nervous signs from Fiorentina. There's some lovely footwork then from Gullit. But likewise a fine tackle from Orlando. Battistuta. Well, cynically axed from behind then by Albertini. That was a terrible tackle, and surely that will be a yellow card. Indeed it will be. Rather out of character for Albertini, who has been so impressive since claiming a regular place in the Milan team. He's only 21, already an established Italian international. Well, that was an awful tackle. Thankfully, from Fiorentina's perspective, he's okay. Gabriel Battistuta. Verga. A bit careless then. chance to redeem himself, and he's managed to do so. Karobi, slides out by Gullit. Well, the tackles are flying in thick and fast. And surprisingly, the referee deciding to take no further action there against the Dutchman. Well, that was as bad as Albertini's tackle, for which he was yellow carded. Virgo with the free kick. Dealt with by Lentini. Well, Batistuta's offside, and probably Baiano as well. As again, Milan defenders came out so quickly. Organised by Baresi. There's Supremo back there. Does read the game so impressively. Now it's Gullit. It's not a bad ball in either. That was for Chenda. Corner conceded. It could have been worse though for Fiorentina, but for the awareness of Fachenda. Ruud Gullit. Aiming for Van Basten. Batistuta had come back to defend and did so very effectively too. Brian Laudrup. Batistuta's gone charging upfield, but it was a futile journey in the end. As back come Milan again. Gullit. Massaro's come short for him. Play by Verga. Luigi Radice is the coach of Fiorentina, formerly with Milan a decade ago. Here's for Chenda, having to show his composure again as Massaro made his presence felt. Safely through to Alessandro Manini, Fiorentina's veteran goalkeeper. No way through yet for Fabio Capello's team. Di Mauro to Orlando. Baiano joining in the link-up play here. Orlando wants to take it on. There's a ball for Brian Laudrup, and then Baiano! It's a goal for Fiorentina. Much of the early running from Milan, but it's the home side who have gone in front here. Francesco Baiano. Well, he scored on his last appearance against Milan on the final day of last season for Foggia, his former club. But I should point out they went on to lose 8-2 at home. Well, I'm sure Milan won't take this lying down. And indeed, as we're watching this replay, there is an attack on goal by Van Basten. But I think the referee, yes, has given the free kick to Fiorentina. But almost an instant response there from Capello's team. But he'll be furious at the way that goal was conceded. Carnashali. Maldini's header. Here's Lentini. Taking on Carnashali, too quick for him. But not for Effenberg. Perfectly timed. He is a class act, the German. Out comes Carnashali. Not for long. Massaro, and now Lentini again. That was Orlando in the way. Van Basten's in the middle, so is Massaro. It's too long for them. No problem for Manini. Effenberg. Costa Curta. Beating Baiano in the air. Batistuta working really hard. Well, that was Tassotti for Milan, then Gullit. Now Albertini. As the Milan machine rolls forward again. Lentini. Might have a go from here too. It might have caught the keeper unawares then. Really smart finish from Lentini. Alessandro Manini down well to save. Fiorentina's 35-year-old goalkeeper. His reflexes were in perfect working order there. Rijkaard with the corner. Here's Gullit. Oh, he's out-jumped. Which doesn't happen all that often. Albertini. Effenberg. Only as far as Rijkaard. Good challenge again, though, from Stefan Effenberg. But the danger hasn't passed. And finally out for the corner. Or maybe a throw, is it? No, it is a corner. Off Karnashali. Getting all tangled up there with Frank Rijkaard. Plenty of aerial power in this Milan team. Certainly with the three Dutchmen in particular. And that was awkward then for Karnashali, who had to deal with the situation. Fabio Capello, who led Milan to the Scudetto 6 months ago in his first season in charge, having replaced, of course, Arrigo Sacchi. Now here was the cross from Gullit. The goalkeeper leaving it to Karnashali. Rijkaard. Touched off by Tassotti to Gullit. Van Basten's in the middle, so is Massaro! It's 1-1. He got that one absolutely right then. Daniele Massaro. The man who had 5 years here in Florence before joining Milan back in 1986. Chosen ahead of Papin, the Frenchman, and Marco Simone. For the first time in Serie A this season, he's repaid his coach's faith in him. Really good cross in by Tassotti, and he's got in front of the defender then. 1-1. And the lead didn't last too long for Fiorentina. Costa Corta to Baresi, then Albertini. Plenty of possession certainly for Milan in this first half. They've got the 1 goal, they're looking for more now. This is Lentini, and there's number 2. So definitely taken 2. Some wonderful crisp into passing then by Milan. And Fiorentina had no answer to it as Lentini applied the finish. His second goal for his new club. He also scored against Fiorentina for Torino in the last campaign. That's why they paid all this money for him. Set up by Gullit. And finished with consummate ease, really, by Lentini. That is real class. Laudrup. Suddenly it's all changed around. After such a bright spell early on for Fiorentina. Now they find themselves behind. No wonder he's looking worried. Since that opening flourish by Fiorentina, Antonioli's had very little to do. Lentini. Swapping passes with Van Basten. He's running back well too then, the Dutchman. That was Karobi. Now they're being stretched again. Ruud Gullit. Oh. What a finish. 3-1. And now they are on full throttle. Really taking charge. Ruud Gullit with a spanking drive there. Too hot for the keeper. And such accuracy as it's driven in there. Got his hands to it, but no more than that, Manini. Well, he got the winner away to Sampdoria a week ago. And now here he is on target again. The Flying Dutchman, Ruud Gullit. And it's looking like a really tough assignment now for Fiorentina. After all that early promise, too. Karnashali. Milan, remember, defending a 100% record in the league so far this season. And looking well placed in this fixture in Florence. That was handled surely by Di Mauro. Yes, it's a free kick to Milan. Franco Baresi. penalised. Three goals for Milan, but not one yet for Van Basten. He has, though, scored 4 times in the Serie A this season. Now it's a foul by his compatriot, Frank Rijkaard, on Carnashali. Goes Effenberg. Karobi. No way past to Sotti. It's such a formidable back line for Milan these days. Here's Massaro now. Really willing runner up front. Joining in is Albertini. Massaro come the other way. Albertini in his second full season now with the Rossoneri senior side, having replaced now retired Carlo Ancelotti. A hefty old challenge there on Effenberg. Costa Curta. Effenberg taking the kick quickly. Baiano. Trying to unsettle those Milan defenders, it's no easy task. Here's Gullit, who's found some space down that right side. It might be another one, it is, it's Massaro! And it's 4-1. It was a fabulous ball in. Indeed, from start to finish, such a fluent move by Milan. Really accurate ball right across the goal. It took out the keeper and Pacheta as well, really. Gullit has found Massaro and he has found the net. It's 4-1. And all this after Fiorentina had taken the lead. That's 6 now in League and Cup for Massaro this season. And from only just 4 starts as well. It's the 4th time he has scored against his old club since his move to Milan. He's returned to punish them. Effenberg. Well, they need to keep their heads up now, Fiorentina. Well, they are in for a really torrid afternoon. Carnashali, caught in possession by Lentini. Milan comes sweeping forward again, although not for long. Carnashali, making certain though that Lentini made no impact. He certainly made an impact on him, and that will be a caution for the Fiorentina number 2. And they are getting a bit of a chasing now, Fiorentina, after it all began so well for them. Milan turning on their full power, and at times they've been awesome in this first half. That was Albertini, nudged away by Karobi to Orlando. Now can he conjure something up here right at the end of the first half? Batistuta. Costa Curta a little too strong for him, but he was holding him back. Batistuta taking a buffeting now. Effenberg. Batistuta still down on the ground. Verga to Laudrup. He's been released here by Baiano. Too close to Antonioli. Now Lentini. They're so dangerous every time they come forward, apart from this one. Effenberg to Baiano. Again, Effenberg directing the traffic towards that Milan goal, this time through Karobi. Rather tame, though, from the captain. Well, it really has been a superb first half in Milan, a 4-1 lead that has left Fiorentina unbeaten, remember, so far, prior to this match, absolutely shell-shocked. So Milan preparing to start the second half. They've had to make a change in goal, incidentally. Francesco Antonioli is off with an injury and has been replaced by Sebastiano Rossi, who had been first choice last season. Antonioli has been preferred since the start of the current campaign. Now Nasty foul on Orlando, as if Fiorentina didn't have enough problems already. Gullit. At times Milan's football in that first half so easy on the eye, especially when the three Dutchmen have been involved. But they might well be here now. It's Gullit who made that marauding run into the box. Robbie who tracked his run. Orlando. Very much a young star in the making, Orlando. They need some inspiration from the likes of him in the second half. It's Baiano. He's got Effenberg up with him. Just couldn't wriggle free in the end, Baiano. Milan streaming forward now. And every time they attack, you think there might be another goal. Rijkaard. Here's Gullit. Such a fine understanding between these players. Rijkaard. Always seems to be available. That is for Chenda. Showing his defensive resolve. Karnashali. Now Laudrup taking a somewhat theatrical dive, but he's got the free kick, so the referee was convinced. Haven't really seen the best of Laudrup so far today, but much of that is down to the way that Milan are playing and defending. Baiano, still lively, still looking vibrant. Buoyed by his goal so early on that had Fiorentina in front. But then came the Milan revival, inspired by the Dutchman. Laudrup, he's done really well here. Still Brian Laudrup. So many options up with him. Surely Batistuta, no, clawed out! And then Effenberg, it's over the line and in. And maybe they're back in this game. 2-4. Effenberg getting involved with Rossi. The referee very unhappy at his part in that, then, the German. Anyway, the goal stands. That's what really matters. Referee Basten has made his point. That was Batistuta climbing high, somehow kept out initially by Rossi, but then Effenberg managing to smuggle it over the line. And there is a glimmer of hope for Fiorentina. Only his second goal for the club since his summer move from Bayern Munich, Effenberg. It might yet be a very significant one, coming as it has just 2 minutes into this second period. So there's plenty of time for Fiorentina to save the game. Paolo Maldini for Milan. Very much a fixture now. I think made his debut as a 16-year-old some 8 years ago, Maldini. Van Basten. A great ball clipped in as well. Now Karobi was on his guard, making sure that Massaro didn't get a sight of goal. Daniele Karnashali. Here's Mauro. Then Batistuta. Oh dear. But his angle's horribly wrong then, the Argentine, who did score twice at the San Siro last time out in a 2-2 draw against Milan's big city rivals, Inter. And had a big hand here in Fiorentina's second goal, scored by Effenberg. Laudrup. Endeavouring to release Baiano. Across comes Baresi, almost without breaking sweat. Maldini with Lentini. Again, such fine interpassing until it's broken up by Verga. Now Orlando. Laudrup, such an open game. And developing into a really exciting one too. Here's to Sotti. Karobi was pleading in vain for a free kick. Now there is one. Van Basten, who's incurred the wrath of the referee. And at least Fiorentina are making a fight of this. Costa Quarta taking the free kick out for Milan. Still in control. But at least a glimmer of hope for Fiorentina after Effenberg's goal. Gullit looking to inflict some further punishment though on Fiorentina. So much attacking potential in this Milan team. There's another problem for Fiorentina. The goalkeeper's all over the place. Van Basten with a shot that was charged down in the end. And no one more relieved to see that go begging than Alessandro Manini, Fiorentina's goalkeeper. Massaro, now Gullit. Rijkaard. Now Ivani. Paolo Maldini. That was Van Basten. Maldini's continued his run. Very determined surge too. Well, I thought he'd earned his team a corner there. Maybe the referee changed his mind. Now he is pointing for a corner. Well, frustration maybe for Kardashiali, but surely that came off him. Ivani will take it. That was Maldini, and then Gullit. Couldn't quite set up a strike on goal. Ivani. Well, he's no longer these days an automatic selection, Ivani, not since the arrival of Lentini, but still a very useful squad player. His Milan team now looking to press home their advantage. Too strong for Van Basten, but it's Tassotti now. Look at the room Massaro's got here. Didn't make the most of it though. Kardashiali with Mauro. Former Roma player, Mauro. That's Baiano. Milan wouldn't give him the time he wanted though. It's Lentini here. Berger a little short with that pass to Karobi. You won't thank him for that. He did well to retain possession really against Gullit. And the referee has sided with him anyway in terms of the free kick. Effenberg keen to get at Milan again. It's a great run by Kardashiali, but the pass not quite what he was looking for. Easily gathered in by Sebastiano Rossi. Gullit in pursuit against Berger. Now Karobi. Former Milan player Karobi. In his second spell with Fiorentina. And he is well out of position here. Ruud Gullit. He's got Van Basten up with him. Might not need him. It'll fall for Ivani. Good strike. At the crossbar. Gullit following up. Oh, it won't count, it's offside, but it was such a clever finish there by Gullit. The flag was up. It's been ruled out. Well, frustration for Gullit. Such quick thinking by him. But the goal not given because of offside. That was a brilliant effort then by Ivani. Crashed down off the frame of the goal. Gullit was following up, but the flag was raised. Laudrup. Here's Mauro Tassotti. Now time for Berger. There's another offside flag. This time against Stefan Effenberg. Ivani. Look at the room he's got here. Defenders backing off and they let in Marco van Basten. It's a dangerous thing to do, and that is why. Well, some woeful defending, but what an emphatic finish by Marco van Basten. He simply thumped that home. Well, that's his 5th in Serie A already this season. And once again, he is the scourge of Fiorentina. It's the 4th straight year he's on target against the Viola. It's 5-2. And previous service has been resumed. Back to the 3-goal advantage for Capello's team. And they paid the price there, Fiorentina, for some very sloppy defending. But let nothing be taken away from Marco van Basten for the quality and the power of the finish. Carnasciali. Now Di Mauro to Orlando. Well, they are certainly playing for their prize still, Fiorentina. Effenberg. Well, he's been flattened by Baresi. That is going to be a booking for the captain. We mistimed that challenge completely. Just battered into him. He's a marvellous defender, Baresi. But all the same, he can be a touch cynical too, that's for sure. Brian Laudrup fancies this one. He has the likes of Batistuta to aim for. Deary me. I don't think that one was too well rehearsed. Here's Verga. What a waste of a free kick. The point I think one or two of his colleagues are making now to Brian Laudrup. Here's the Dane now. Asking a lot of Effenberg. He's stuck at it. So's Maldini. And in the end, the free kick will go his way. Really has developed into an outstanding defender, Paolo Maldini. Certainly too strong then for Stefan Effenberg. Maldini only 24, already 2 league titles and 2 European Cup triumphs secured. That's some going. Here's Di Mauro. We haven't seen Ivani, who nipped it so quickly. Now it's Massaro. He's got Gullit up with him too. And Ivani again. They played him in. Ivani just ran out of pitch at the end. And once more, threatening goal with some venom then Milan. Ivani, who played a big part in this, and might have rounded it all off too. Baresi with an unchallenged header. Again, Fiorentina have got careless in midfield. They are giving the ball away far too easily. And they're being opened up too easily as well. The foul by Bacenda on Ruud Gullit. Well, he has been a fantastic servant for Milan, Ruud Gullit. Not necessarily represented by his goals tally, which has never reached double figures in Serie A. This is 6th season now with Rossoneri. Lentini to Gullit. Won by Costa Quarta to Mauro Tossotti. Then Ivani. It's been a strong influence since coming on. In place of Albertini. Carnasciali. Now Effenberg to Mauro. Milan themselves proving so hard to break down. Berger. Well, he's brought Karnashali into the play. Here's Baiano. He's found some room in that box, maybe. Faced by Baresi, away from him. It was Tassotti to the rescue. Not often is Baresi beaten one-on-one. But look at Lentini here, racing away for Milan. And Van Basten. Massaro's in the middle. Gullit's gone to that near post. Pretty dreadful clearance by Berger. They have been very shoddy at the back at times. And up front, well, Baiano hasn't stopped running. And maybe now is paying the price for that. Brian Laudrup. Down to Stutter. To Effenberg. Still drafting, still hoping. This is Orlando. Costa Curta had the measure of him. Being very solid defensively, Alessandro Costa Curta. Tassotti to Evani. Setting Milan on the move again. Lentini. That Basten has dropped off. Here he is here. Then Rijkaard working it on to Evani. Lentini. Just toying with Fiorentina. There might be another one here. Well, there would have been. Not for the intervention from Alessandro Manini. Massaro had that opportunity. Karabi. Into the last 5 minutes. Laudrup. Oh, easy run here. Away by Maldini to Marco Van Basten. Now it's Gullit. So many spaces now. As Milan venture forward again. Rijkaard. Well, you almost sense now that Fiorentina know the game is up. Walking pace now for Milan. Evani rolled on to Van Basten. More trouble brewing. It's Ruud Gullit. And there is number 6. And you could see it coming. When they come forward, when they advance in such menacing fashion, they are irresistible at times. That teasing ball in from Van Basten beyond Facenda, and there was Gullit at the far post, just to guide it home. Well, 6 for Milan now, 6 for the season for Ruud Gullit, including cup competitions. He only got 8 in the whole of the last season. It would seem now indeed that Fiorentina are thrown in the towel. Van Basten looking to punish them again. Massaro making a run into the middle. This time to no avail. Karnashali. Oh, no lack of entertainment, that's for sure. Lentini just making contact with Karnashali. Amazingly, in the last 2 seasons, this fixture, would you believe, has ended goalless. Costa Curta. It's been a goal fest today. Here's Rijkaard. Now Baresi wanting to join in the fun. Lentini. Gullit's gone steaming through the middle. Needn't have bothered. Karnashali. Stefan Effenberg. For a Fiorentina team who've had a real pasting today. Orlando. That was well hit. Only just the wrong side of the post too. From this young starlet. 21-year-old that Fiorentina signed from Juventus. He'll have better days. Even that dog behind the goal wants to join in, look. In that kind of afternoon. So much goalmouth activity. Who said Italian games are boring? This is Effenberg. Now Laudrup. For AC. Effenberg was away from him. He surely pulled it back then. No matter. Di Mauro has guided it in anyway. 6-3 to Milan. Di Mauro on the mark for Fiorentina here. Right at the last. Not too much to celebrate, in truth. There was a clear tuck by Baresi. Almost took his shorts down there. Effenberg survived, and so did Di Mauro, coming in far post to give Milan a little embarrassment here. They don't often concede 3 goals in a game. Mind you, they have scored 6. And maybe still time for more. Gullit. Massaro's up with him. Di Mauro to Carnashali. 9 goals in Florence. So much to enjoy. Although maybe not if you are a Fiorentina fan. Orlando. Locating Stefan Effenberg. Now Laudrup. They kept going well. Cross comes Paolo Maldini. In typically combative fashion. Now Ivani. In stoppage time. Gullit. Wide of him is Mauro to Sotti. Plenty up here for Milan, including Gullit. To Sotti again. Basten, great first touch. The second wasn't bad either. It's 7 for Milan. 2 now for Basten. Absolutely deadly. Just look at his control here. Deceiving the defender. And then sweeping it home. That's a magnificent goal from the Dutch maestro. And it's been a magnificent, simply magnificent performance by Milan. Okay, so they've let it through, but they've scored 7 here. Away from home, they have simply destroyed Fiorentina. The home side, who remarkably scored 7 times themselves in their last game here, a 7-1 success over Serie A newcomers Ancona. They have been thrashed today. Milan then taking a 3-point lead over Inter and Juventus, along with Torino at the top. Fiorentina down in 8th place now, still on 5 points. And this is how the bottom is shaping up. Some big names down there. Napoli, Parma and Roma, all in early trouble. And in the Stadio Comunale in Florence, well, Fiorentina have had a real drubbing today at the hands of a Milan masterclass.